Mali, a country in northwestern Africa, is home to the Dogon Tribe. For thousands of years, the Dogon people have claimed that they were once visited by an alien race, and that alien race told them the location of their home. That location is Sirius B, a star that until relatively recently was unknown to the rest of the world. In fact, it was photographed for the first time in 1970 and is invisible to the naked eye. So exactly how did the Dogon people know about the existence of Sirius B? And were they really visited by aliens? That story is coming up. In the 1930s, two French anthropologists, and forgive my pronunciation here, Marcel Grial and Germain Dieterlen visited the Dogon people. The Dogon are a hunter-gatherer tribe living off the land. They are primarily located in the Bandiagara Escarpment, which is in central southern Mali. Marcel and Germain sat down with 4 priests from the tribe, and this is where the story really begins. The priests claimed that an alien race from the Sirius system called the Nomos visited Earth thousands of years ago. The Nomos were described as ugly, amphibious beings that resembled mermen and mermaids. According to Dogon legend, the Nomos live on a planet that orbits another star in the Sirius system. Thousands of years ago, they were said to have landed on Earth in an arc that made a spinning descent to the ground and was accompanied by great noise and wind. It's said that the Nomos gave the Dogon people the knowledge about Sirius B. The legend goes on to say that the Nomos also told the Dogon tribe other facts about our own solar system, that being that the planet Jupiter has 4 moons, that Saturn has rings, and that the planets orbit the Sun. This might not seem extraordinary today, but remember that all of these facts were only discovered after Galileo pointed a telescope to the stars. Galileo himself, just a short 400 years ago, was accused of heresy for supporting Copernicus's claim that the planets in our solar system revolve around the Sun, and that the Earth was not in fact the center of the universe. Now, please don't think for a minute that I'm suggesting that the Dogon people are not capable of performing astronomy and coming to their own conclusions about the cosmos. It's the Dogon people themselves that make the claim that this knowledge about the universe was given to them by the alien race known as the Nomos. And certainly, through history, there doesn't appear to be evidence of northern African tribes using telescopes or some advanced method of observing the stars. But I'm not an expert in the history of the peoples there, so if you've heard differently, please leave a comment below. I should point out that the Nomos are also described in Babylonian, Akkadian, and Sumerian myths. The story of the Dogon and their legend was first brought to popular attention by Robert K.G. Temple in a book published in 1977 called The Sirius Mystery. Science writer Ian Ridpath and astronomer Carl Sagan made a reply to Temple's book, suggesting that this modern knowledge about Sirius must have come from Westerners who discussed astronomy with the Dogon priests. However, it doesn't seem to explain a 400-year-old Dogon artifact that apparently depicts the Sirius constellation, nor does it explain the ceremonies held by the Dogon since the 13th century to celebrate the cycle of Sirius A and B. There's no answer as to how the Dogons knew about the superdensity of Sirius B, a fact only discovered a few years before the anthropologists themselves recorded the Dogon stories. So, did alien fishmen pay a visit to ancient Earth and give the Dogon the knowledge about themselves? Or was the Dogon's culture contaminated by Western visitors? Or could the Dogons have had ancient technical or non-technical means to find this information out? Or is the whole thing just a big coincidence? So what do you think? Please leave a comment below and don't forget to like and subscribe.